Welcome to Pilates for runners. Let's start with a very basic leg workout and warm up before we hit the road. Start by standing on a solid surface area and be aware of the distance in between the knees and the feet. Make sure they are hip distance apart. Make sure that your knees are in line with the three middle toes. Keep the front and the back of the knee slightly soft and bouncy. And try not to lock the front of the knee into the back of the knee too harshly, but keep it easy. Keep the front and the back of the knee soft. Keep your spine in a neutral position and keep your arms relaxed on the side. Otherwise, keep your hand up against the wall and hold on for support. Now, let's get to the point. Let's start by warming up the ankles and the feet first. I'm going to keep my left hip stable, moving down towards the floor as I slowly start peeling my left heel off the floor. I can feel the stretch underneath the sole of my foot, which is the plantar fascia. There's a very good stretch in the front of my ankle as I try to push my heel into my ankle and my ankle over my three middle toes. And I release. Other side, breathe in, peel the heel off the floor, and you will feel the work attacking the gastroc muscle of the calf, but keep it relaxed. And exhale and release. And again, breathe in. Exhale, release. Other side and in breath. Exhale, release. Other side and in breath. And release. And as you release, make sure that the weight of the pelvis is slightly back so you can feel your heels are grounded on the floor. If you have lower back issues, lengthen the tailbone slightly under to open up the lumbar spine and keep the belly button firmly connected in towards the lower back to activate the lower abdominal region. That will give you a lot of support in the pelvis. Let's try that again. Peel the right heel off the floor. In breath and release. Very basic. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. I can feel the tightness in the front of my ankle and underneath the sole of my foot. Very nice. And I can feel the stretch. Good. And release. And instep. And release. This will slowly warm up the ankle and also the toes. You will feel this in the calf muscle. And release. Good. Let's start with a very basic calf raise. Try not to lean the pelvis forward in the calf, but keep your pelvic girdle and your weight back on the heels. I lengthen through the center of my spine. I keep my belly button firmly connected in towards my lower back to keep my abdominals active, and I still relax my knees. On the inhalation, I'm going to rise up onto the balls of my foot, and I float my heels down to the floor. Breathing to rise up onto the balls of the foot, pushing over the instep, over the front of the foot, and exhale, release. And again, my breathing really assists me in the exercise. And exhale, release. And again, breathing in. Exhale, release. I can feel the work in my Achilles, my soleus muscle, and the gastroc muscles of my calf muscle body. And release. And again, breathing in. Try to push the floor away. Press the floor almost as if you're doing it, but really trying to push the floor a level down. and release. Again, breathing in, rising straight up. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the head relaxed. And release. And again, breathing in and rising up through the ball of the foot. And exhale, release. Now, let's do a combination of both. As I rise up onto the balls of my feet, I'm going to bend my left knee forward and place my right heel down. And I swap. And swap. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Keep it very small. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Working underneath the body. Be aware of the placement of your pelvis. Keep it in a neutral position. Like I said, otherwise you've got a lower back issue. Gently curl the tailbone in. You'll feel the lumbar vertebra and the lower back extensors opening nicely. Good work. Breathing in. Place the heel down. Place the back heel down. Very nice. Keep going. Rise up onto both feet and relax. Well done, good. Let's get some quadriceps, hamstring, and a little glute involved. Keep your pelvis within a neutral position, right? Keep the pelvic basin firmly pulled in. Relax the glutes, relax the hamstrings. It's as if I'm sitting straight down on a chair and my knees start bending forward over my 3 middle toes. Avoid the knees from knocking in, but keep them apart as wide as your hips are. Keep transferring the upper body weight slightly back so you feel that the heels are grounded. I'm relaxing my thighs in this exercise so I can get that deep quad activation. As I push my heels into the floor, there's a connection between my heel and the base of my glute. And exhale, release. Again, breathing in. Try not for the spine to collapse as you go into this very semi or demi quad squat position. And exhale, release. Again, breathing in. Exhale, release. I'm sitting straight down, but I'm still lengthening through the crown of my head. And release. Again, and in breath, breathing. Don't tuck the pelvis under because it will seem like you're hinging the pelvis forward, but keep the pelvic girdle and the hips moving back as if you're sitting on a chair. And release. Again, breathing in. Lower the tailbone down to the floor. Move the knees forward over the 3 middle toes. Keep that belly button firm. And release. As I extend my knees, again, I'm not locking. I'm relaxing on the return. Breathe in. Extend. In breath. Release. I can feel everything beginning to warm up nicely. I'm also receiving a good stretch in my Achilles heel, and there's also a good stretch from the base of my knee to the top of my hip down my quad. That's so good. And release. And again, breathing. Notice how my tailbone is moving down towards my heels. And release. One more to go. Breathing in. And release. And relax. Okay. Let's do a combination of everything so that the legs really get powered up before your run. This is going to promote good circulation within the upper body of the leg and within the lower extremity of the legs, especially the feet. Okay? Let's go. I'm going to hold the wall for support and I'm going to go on to my first rise. Now, as I put my right heel down on the floor, I'm going to bend my left knee forward. And I'm going to swap. And I'm going to swap. And I'm going to try to go as low as I possibly can because I'm enjoying the sensation of my Achilles pulling. So this will just elongate the quad, the calf, and the Achilles to make sure that you get the best out of whichever kilometer you choose to run. Very nice. Keep going. Put it all together. Very nice. In breath. My glute is getting a good workout. Everything is warming up nicely. Very nice. Let's rise up onto both feet and release and relax. Okay. Let's finish off with a good stretch. I'm going to turn to the wall. I'm going to bend my left knee forward and step my right heel back. This is going to attack the energy of my calf. Try not to sickle the heel, but try to keep the heel in line with the calf. Here I want you to tuck the pelvis slightly under and extend the chest slightly forward just to protect the lower back in this exercise. As I move my left knee forward, I'm going to move my right hip forward. I firm up the front of my thigh and I'm experiencing a good stretch as I descend my heel into the floor in my calf. And let's swap. Breathe in and exhale. Descend the heel into the floor. Make sure that the back of the heel is in line with the back of your knee. Again, don't sickle that heel around, but keep the heel in line. Good work. And you can stay here for 5 breaths. Stay here for an in breath and out breath. In breath and out breath. Let's go for 3 and out breath. Let's go for 4. This is a demo and out breath. Let's go for 5 and out breath and release. Good. Let's stretch out the quadricep muscle. I keep my legs together and I'm going to bend my right knee until my heel touches my glute, and I'm going to squeeze my heel into my buttock. Notice my kneecap is not moving forward, but it's up against the side of my leg. Keep your shoulders rolled back and down. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Push the heel into the glute and think of moving your right kneecap down to the floor. Try not to pop the chest forward, but keep the rib cage pulled in. If you want to increase the intensity of the stretch, move your knee slightly past and behind the left knee. And you can stay here for another 5 breaths. Slowly release the foot and go to the other side. Move the knee, the heel, into the glute. Always move the front of the knee right up against the side of the right knee. Good. Try not to push the chest out, but close the rib cage in and pull the pubic bone in. Now, if you want to increase the intensity of the exercise to target that hip flexor, you're going to move the knee slightly behind the supporting leg. Keep throwing that belly button firmly in. You want to keep that pelvic basin nice and strong. And slowly release. Good. And you are ready for your run. All the best.